All right. What we're doing today is this month in real estate. And I've already done some of the work for you. And I'm going to show you how you can modify your marketing materials to have an up-to-date thing that you could post, email, and send to people. Sounds like fun. Now, what we're going to do is one of the things it's to start with is we're going to go and just click on the plus sign next to my marketing, go to manage eEdge website. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this is I want to look at it and see what, just check a couple of settings, just for fun. And whenever I'm recording anything, the internet slows down. It's a rule. So we're going to look at my account, and what we're checking here is to make sure the marketing email is your kw.com. That's good. You've got that correct. That's wonderful. And down here, that logo, I assume, is a QR code for your mobile site. Okay. Not a bad thing, but we could talk about that. We don't need to do anything with that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to create marketing, and we're going to go down to campaigns. This is where we're going to start with. And the reason why it's important right now is that this month in real estate campaigns go out about the 14th of the month. And it's the 9th right now. So if we're going to make changes, we have to make changes now. So I'm going to go through what that process is. And what you can do is you can click on basic, advanced, or click on the blue arrow. It doesn't really matter, because once we've clicked on one of these where it says build a new campaign, we can make alterations. I like to click on the blue arrow. I don't know why. And we're going to go down here to where it says market my business sphere. And what we're working on now is 12 direct, 12 direct, and then there's even something called the 33 touch. But we're going to talk about the 12 directs right now. And what the 12 direct this month in real estate, this is the short version. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of making it relevant to Santa Clara County for April of 2014. And then these are the different elements. So you can see what I mean by the short version. These are small little summary email cards. You could, however, use this for a marketing piece, right? But right now we're not going to worry about that. We want to click on the customize in advanced setup. And now that we've clicked on that, it's showing us this long list, which is not very useful. But if you were paying close attention, you would have noticed that before I didn't have 4 choices up here. There's only 2. Once I clicked on advanced setup, I have more choices. I'm going to click on next step. And what this is going to do is it's going to show us the different pieces. So the next one that is scheduled to go out is this month in real estate, April edition. That's the subject matter, and it's on the 14th. And notice we could say direct mail or email, right? That's something we're going to just do the email right now. But there's value in some of your prime clients, let's say, maybe sending them a postcard every once in a while, not just emails, because people get tired of the emails. If you click on it, it's going to let you look at it, but what we really want to do is go over here to the little pencil, and we want to click on it. Now, once I'm done with all this, I'm going to post the file, the folder that has all these files in it on my Do the One Thing website, so that you too can do this. And I'm going to just show you what I did, because what my hope is that once you see this, you'll say, oh, I can do that. And you might want to do it yourself sometimes. I'll feel so lonely. So what I've done is I've made a folder, which we'll find in a minute once I close all these other things. I've made a folder called TMIRE, which stands for This Month in Real Estate for 2014. And there's pictures, text, and more pictures and more text. And what I would like to do is I'm going to show you, one of them is called short text. And I've done is, this is the short text. And what I mean by that is I'm going to copy the first line, April 2014 Santa Clara County edition, and I'm going to go back, hopefully I can find it, and see this button here? I'm going to click on that. I'm going to make it bigger, 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 and I'm going to paste it in. And now it says April 2014 Santa Clara edition. I'm going to make it bigger so that people can see this is April 2014 Santa Clara edition. So now that was the first line. The second line is here. I'm going to copy that. We're going to leave home sales alone, and we're going to paste in my text. We're different. If you've never known that, you know it now, because nationally sales were down month over month and month over year, and that's not true in our market, right? They were down year over year, but up month over month. So we can't just use the way it is. Now, 4.6 million is not the number of sales that we had in Santa Clara County. The number is 752. That's for last month. So I've done that. And then there's another little piece here, and you copy that, and you click here, and you paste it in, and then we may have to just nudge until it fits the way we want it to fit. And anyhow, I don't know why it's doing that to me other than, so there's a little snippet. And so these aren't right. It says since last year, sales are down. How much are they down? And I didn't actually put every single line that I needed. How terrible of me. So closed sales, I look at the closed sales text, and it says that it was an increase of 36% from February, but a decrease of 13% from March of 2013. So if I go back and I look at this, it says since 1 year ago, the decrease is not 7.1, but it's 13, and we might have to nudge in order to make too many percents. And I like to put it in the middle. All right, and so that's true. It went down 13% since 1 year ago, but how did it do since February? Let's look at my little cheat sheet here, and it says that it was an increase of 36% over February, so I'm going to copy that. Only now I remembered I don't need 2%, so what I'm going to do is say plus 36%, and then I'm going to put it in the middle because I think it looks better. But that arrow doesn't look good, right? Do you understand? Because the arrow should be going up as opposed to down, so I'm going to click on the arrow, and I'm going to click on the arrow, and you see that little green guy comes up, and I'm going to go, and there we fixed the arrow. Beauty, eh? So home price is the next one. Driven by low inventory, home prices are back on the rebound. I think I worded that a little bit differently because I thought it would make more sense. So we rebounded a little while ago. And 189,000 is the median price home nationwide. And who's got it better than us? 865. Not bad. And this says average home price in the United States that I changed that to say median home price. Let me go back here. In Santa Clara County. Okay. So if I look at the median price text, it gives me the numbers. So I'm going to go back here. And it's the wrong one. Go back here. Median price text. So how much was the median price up over 1 year? And it says it was up over 18% over last year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 18%, and because I like it centered, I fixed that. How much did it go up since last month? It went up 8% from last month, and so I'm going to go here and I'm going to put in 8%. And see, now this, it's going to be an email. So that may or may not be a useful graphic at this point, right? But you could put your picture here or something else. The thing about a QR code is somebody has to scan it with a QR reader that's on a mobile phone, so that may not be that useful. And so I'm going to, just for this purposes, remove that. And if we wanted to add a image, right? So it's going to give us an image, and let's say we could have added something else, but let's just say we're looking for what would fit with, I'm looking for a horse. Yeah, we could, but we would have had to have uploaded it already. And so, anyhow, so we could just put in nature backgrounds, autumn leaves, clouds, holiday. So we haven't uploaded a KW logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to browse. So you notice you had that as your marketing logo. So you see what happens. You don't really have a KW logo. So we're going to find one someplace. I probably have. Yes, I know, but I'm. Yeah, I'm. What I'm trying to do is here. How about this? And we're just going to open it because we're just doing something. And so what that's going to do, it's going to change this to a KW logo, which we can then put there. All right. So we now have something. Now what I'm going to do, I think I've already done this, but let me just see if this looks right. 752. So, and there's a Keller Williams, an older logo there. So what I'm going to do is that's a picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, and if you made a postcard, this is what the back would have. But we're really looking at email, and this is what it looks like. And again, you have that, which if we don't want, we may have Keller Williams logo twice now. This is the email footer, the postcard front. Let's go back to the postcard front. Come on. So we have the logo, and there's going to be a footer below it, right? So whether or not we don't really need this logo here, why don't we just get rid of it for fun? All right. So now that we've done this, now what do? We go to up here to save. I don't know why I was going to exit.
Did you modify the mortgage rates?
No. Mortgage rates are national.
Gotcha.
All right. Our mortgage rates are the same as New York mortgage rates. So that's the one part of this we don't have to modify.
Gotcha.
All right. So I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to call this month in real estate. Santa Clara County, April 2014, and I'm going to hit save. And the reason that I spelled the whole thing out is sometimes it'll take whatever you save it as and make that the subject line of the email, right? And so if you just put in a bunch of TIMRE 201, then that may be what they say, and sometimes I've made the mistake and I've missed it. Okay, so now we've done this. Okay, and so now that we've done our beautiful thing, we've saved it. We're going to exit.
So I could put a photo of me in the right-hand corner.
You could put a photo of you in the corner.
Cowboy.
Right, cowboy hat, anything you wanted in that corner. You have a little free corner, right? You could put your phone number in great big letters. You could do something else, right? So right now, yeah, but an icon, this will just be an email. All right. So now that we've done this, we've now that we've done this. We've now modified that, and notice you can tell already just from the little preview, that's a 752, right? So now that's the email that'll go out. So the next step in this, and so what we have to do every month, notice there's a to do. It's going to say, hey, you need to modify, it's coming up. Because if you don't modify, it's going to send out national information. We click on next step. And what it's now going to ask us is, who do you want to send it to? We could send it to everybody, or we could even send it to nobody, right? So I'm going to send it to nobody right now, okay? Now, this campaign...
send it to myself first.
Okay, so why don't we do that? But the problem with this is that everybody gets it at the same time,
Oh, okay.
right? Now, you could create a special campaign and change that date, right? But then you have to create a new campaign. You understand what I'm saying is that it's a date-based campaign, right? So we sort of have to just trust that we've done a good job so far. So you could add the people later, right? Why don't we just click on Save the Campaign? It says it's not active till you add contacts. We're going to continue to the campaign home.
So if let's say I would send it to all of them, and some of them don't have email.
It won't send them.
Okay.
Right, it knows. What'll happen if you have 600 people in your contact database and only 550 have emails, it'll say it's sending 550. It just will skip all the ones that don't have emails. So that's one. All right, now the other, what we're going to do, and I'm using Sylvia as my test subject, but we're going to click on the little button again, and we're going to go back down to Sphere, and notice there was two emails of two this month's in real estate. Easy for me to say. The other one says newsletter version. Whew. And we click on it, and we're going to go customize and advanced setup. And then we're going to wait as it goes around and around, and then we're going to go to next step because we want to edit it. So let's say you might want to use the long version. Notice this looks a lot longer. So we're going to click on it, and we're going to wait for a minute while it loads. And what I want to do, I should have thought about this before I went here. Let me exit first. I should have thought about this before I went here. So let's just, I'm going to open up another, you'll see why. I have two tabs, so I have two things open right now. You'll see why in a minute. Now I'm going to go back in, because once I'm in editing, I can't get to other tabs unless I've already opened them. You will see why. All right. So here it is this month in real estate, national version. So what I do is I click on this, and I'm going to drag this across here, and I'm going to say April 2004 market report, Santa Clara County edition. Right? You can change it to whatever you want. Now, this text, yes. I'm testing to see if you're paying attention. You're doing good. This text is not completely useless, but it talks about February severe winter weather. And, I don't know. We didn't have our winter weather in Santa Clara County was not so severe. So what I've done is I've created something that says general text. We copy that. We go back here. We get rid of it, and we put in my general text. And notice my text says Santa Clara County in February, according to the most recent data by the Multiple Listing Service, and I took out the reference to severe winter weather. Now, the next thing is this month in real estate, and this month in real estate is a video that people can watch. That's a very nice video talking about how prices have hit 189,000, and there are 4 million home sales and other things that people in Santa Clara County might have difficulty relating to, so we're just going to get rid of it. But why waste the space, right? I mean, really, we don't want to waste the space. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to add, we're going to add an image, and we're going to browse, you're going to browse, and if you find the folder, which remember I told you for $5 you can have access to, and I have an image of the mobile app. And so what we're going to do, it says 5 million homes in the palm of your hand, and so we're going to make this bigger, and big, 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 big. Maybe put it right up here a little bit. And the reason that we wanted this other tab open is because we're going to go here, we're going to go to Manage eAgency website. We're going to go down to 4.0 and then to 4.5, and there's your magic URL to your download page. And now we're going to go back to our editor and we're going to add a link image, and the image is the app. And just so people,
So don't have this code thing.
they don't need the code anymore, no more code. So this looks like we're going to say click here to download, and then we're going to just move it down here. We're going to make it, maybe fit a little bit better, and how about making that bold and maybe a little bigger, and we scooch it around, and how about that? All right. So cool. Now we don't have to do anything about interest rates. Home sales doesn't look like us. Get rid of it. But we would like to put in something else. So we're going to add an image, and you're going to browse, and the folder has a chart on closed sales.
So that folder, when I go into kellerwilliams.com, I find it.
No, you're going to find it on Do the One Thing.
Oh, okay.
After you pay me $5 each for, no. So anyhow, yeah, I'm just going to upload this video and the folder with all the stuff that I've already done. That's the whole reason. I didn't, if this is the whole reason for me doing it.
Every month we need to update.
Every month I'm going to do this.
Oh,
Right? Yeah. Well, unless you want to. So I've got closed sales text. And so what I'm going to do is copy it. We go back over here and we put in my text, and there we have it, right? And you could write in more. Home prices don't look like ours. We're going to remove it. We're going to add an image. What image? We're going to browse. We're going to go into my home prices median price chart. There it is. This is a little unwieldy, but anyhow, we maneuver it down here. We make the chart. I don't know why it does that, but it'll go away. And now we need the median price text, which I got for you. And then we go back here, and we put that in. And I know that looks a lot like more texty, but I had more to say. What I did for just, I don't know, fun, is I went back over 5 years, just as a comparison. Did you know that the median price in Santa Clara County has increased 92% since 2009? And so you make it fit. We've got one more to do. Inventory. We're going to remove that image. We're going to add. Now, I hope you're starting to see that this becomes, I keep doing the same thing over and over again. The hard part, well, I already made the graphs and charts and wrote the text, right? So I did that. So I know that what we're doing right now is sort of what you might be saying is a pain, right? Inventory, do I have an inventory?
do I need any special program?
No.
That I can do that?
You need Silverlight installed on your computer, and that's all you need. Everything else I saved as a picture and in just plain text. So there's nothing really that you need to add to it. And here's my little snippet about inventory. We scroll down. We've made it with a mobile app link. So we go to File. We go to Save As. This this month in real estate, Santa Clara County, April 2014. All of these can be accessed as a PDF. You could look at them, right? We'll look at that in a second. So we're going to exit the editor. We're going to say, yes, we previewed everything. And now it's going to take us back to this page. And we go to the next step. And the next step would be to add people to it. Okay? Where you could add people to it, but you could add a group. If you click on groups up here, you pick on one of your groups. You can add them. You could add everybody. And we're going to save it without adding anybody, but you can go back. Now, the idea of, well, I would like to see what it looked like and just be able to send it to myself, and I don't necessarily want to do it on the 14th. So other options are, one of the things we could do is go to create marketing materials. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but I just want to point out that there's newsletters. And one of them is this month in real estate, April 2014. So you could, and it looks exactly like the one I just went through, right? It's the same thing. And you just go through and do those edits, all right?
Can I ask you something as we are already in that thing? If you go on flyers,
Flyers.
yeah, on flyers, and you take one of these open house flyers, when I try to create one, and I put in the MLS number, it says it's not, cannot find the number of the building.
Well, that might have had something to do with that IDX thing,
Oh, okay.
right? So for example, now, this is off of my subject, but there's something else we need to do, which I will do before I close out of this. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, I would like, to send, that the one that was just like the postcard that goes out, right? I would like to send that one out, but I don't know how to send out that one. This is a little bit advanced, so if you don't mind, I hope you don't mind, what I'm going to do is just find a postcard. Now, some of these are nice little postcards. How much is your home worth? Let me just pick one. How much is your home worth? Which you're probably thinking doesn't really have anything to do with any of the stuff that we've been talking about, but this is advanced, right? And I could tell you guys are advanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on this and I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to remove it. And it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to do it just to show that I can. So now that I've removed everything, you're probably thinking, well, that's kind of dumb. Right? And so I'm going to add and I'm going to browse. And one of the things that I made was come on. And so this month in real estate, and I have to work on getting it to just fit just right. Maybe right there. And it needs maybe a little scooching down here just so it fits, and it may not be so that looks sort of like the postcard. And so now I say, all right, that looks like it. So I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to call it This Month in Real Estate, Santa Clara County, April 2014, and my ADD does not allow me to have unequal spaces. And I click on Save, and I exit the editor, and I say, yeah, sure. And so now what we've got, So now you're thinking, oh, I want to send it out. I want to send it out. Where is it? So we go, it's now under your saved pieces. See, you've got this month in real estate. You've got the little short card. You can send it. Now send it to yourself. Right? And if you wanted to print one of these, you could click on desktop printing, open the PDF, and it's going to give you a PDF version of it that you could use. The bigger one, you could get a PDF of that as well. And
Nice on the back of a open house flyer.
right, and you can, I'm just going to open it so you can see. Come on, come on. And there we are. Postcard time, and then that would be the back. And so you can see that image, but anyhow, this you could print out. You could do something with. The other one you could use, right, put that on the back of a, right. So, wasn't that just special? Wasn't that special? So now you have a little postcard. This month in real estate, Santa Clara County edition. April. I did two. I don't know why there's two of them, but apparently I've saved two of them. No extra charge for the second postcard. Right. But now you could send that out as an email. You can make a postcard out of it. And you could do that with this other newsletter also. Okay?